Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om. Anything, when it is not in its own nature, is a source of disturbance. Disturbance in the mind is not because of situation, but disturbance in the mind is because of running away from the essential nature. When the water is in the ocean, it is moving here and there quietly. But the same water, when it evaporates, it has to go through long process of evaporation, of forming the cloud, of raining, of going in the river, and after river, it is coming back to the ocean. So, rest means that I leave or disclaim what I will be losing later on. The definition of mukti in Bhagavad, muktir hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vivasthiti. Very nice definition is there of mukti. Muktir hitva anyatha rupam swarupena vivasthiti. Leaving something else and being what I am is called liberation. Meditation is not doing something extra, but meditation is what I thought myself wrongly. I discard and disclaim it intellectually. Meditation is an intellectual process. Please note, repeating it, meditation is not thoughtlessness. Meditation is very conscious effort where I disclaim my wrong self and claim the self which was never lost. I disclaim anything losable and I claim which will never be lost. Disturbance can be you are trying to claim something losable and you are not seeing something which is not losable. What I am not close to my real self is called my disturbed mind. When you get close to your real mind, real self, that means there is nothing, it cannot be lost. The definition of one's nature is, this is Madhvi's special. The definition of one's nature is aheyam anupadeyam iti swarupam, which cannot be lost and which cannot be gained is called nature. Meditation is being consciously, deliberately losing the losable. Meditation is choosing to lose the losable. Consciously, deliberately, knowingly, I am losing the losable and I am claiming the non-losable. Why you are talking all these things? I'm so disturbed already. Relax. Rest can never be in something other than yourself. Only the Anant can have Shanti. Rest can never be in the inert. Anything associated with Jad will be Dukkham. The nature, if it is said, Yovai Bhuma Tat Sukham in Chandogya, so I will add one more line, Yad Alpam Tat Dukkham. Anything inert is of the nature of sorrow. And any association with anything inert will be sadness. It will have bhaya, it will have dukkham, and it will have ananandam, not anandam, ananandam I say, absence of anand. Ananand word has come in which Upanishad? Huh? Kathor Upanishad. Where that you find? Easy thing you do, difficult, right? So, just be with your own self. No world, no relations, no work, nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one to explain, no one to discard, nobody to possess. Just be Swe Mahimni Pratishtita. If this art of losing comes, art of losing, if you can mentally learn to lose, intellectually you learn to lose and you enjoy to lose, intellectually you see the absence of the world, intellectually you see the absence of the body. This is your meditation. You don't go anywhere. It's a notional traveling. It's a traveling in notion. It's a movement in understanding. Okay. So now, how to do it? We saw Abhyas, Vairagya, Bhyam. You heard that. 12th sutra is there of Samadhi path, of Yoga Sutra. Abhyas Vairagya Bhyan Tan Nirodha. Let me explain it a little more clearly. Very beautiful and very important point is there. Whole life is governed by Abhyas. Abhi as means to sit. Abhi means on all sides. Now what is the meaning of that? When the pure consciousness tries to become Jeev, it will be restless. Like if you live in somebody else's house, you will become restless. You will not have that ease. Or you put on shoes which is little lesser than your number, you will be not comfortable. It will bite you. Or long shoes are there, then also it will be not good. Or tight sweater is there. Your sweater is not tight. Okay? Tight sweater is there. then also you'll be not very comfortable. Anything which is not your nature will be uncomfortable to you. Like someone you live with whose nature doesn't match with you, you will always be uncomfortable. Because the consciousness nature is not in the Jeev, Jeev is always uncomfortable. And what is the meaning of Jeev? Amalgamation of lot of doer and enjoyer is called Jeev. Kartrutva bhoktritva lakshanam jivasya. So the lakshan kartrutva and bhoktritva, please understand this. And we have many enjoyers and many doers. I enjoy money, I enjoy my family, I enjoy child, I enjoy husband, I enjoy wife, I enjoy house, I enjoy cricket, I enjoy food, I enjoy clothes, I enjoy grandson. So many things are in the list of enjoyer. Now understand, this enjoyer every enjoyer gives rise to series of one river of thought continues. That is effortless thought, effortless high frequency thought of enjoyership towards its object. Then what happens? What happens? Then this creates a pressure to desire and to do and to go ahead. And this way, in our mind is like a terrain. And in that terrain, lot of rivers are flowing continuously. One rivulet is there, third, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, and they are all flowing. Some are high speed, some are low speed. And what is the name of the water in the river? Sankalp. Sankalp means samyak kalpana. Some external thing other than self is very beautiful, it is very joyful, it is very true. So this is called Sankalpur. Like you have Jaipur and Jodhpur, we live in Sankalpur. And Sankalpur creates Ichhapur. Sankalpur creates Ichhapur. From then you go to Ichhapur. Ichhapur creates Karampur. Then you have Karma. Karmpur creates Phalpur. And then you have Phal. And Phalpur creates Dukhpur. And Dukhpur creates rebirth. Janma and Janmantar parampara is there. This is one river I am talking about. If pressure is not too much, it will be sankalp, but pressure pushes the person to desire. After desire comes some kind of action. After action comes roots of action. This is on many issues, this topic is going on, not only on one issue. This is regarding wife, one infinite thought is going towards my wife. There is no wife who has not thought infinitely about her husband. And there is no husband who has not thought indefinite, a non-conclusive thought about the wife. Non-conclusive, infinite, indecisive, confusing thought, leading to either excitement or irritation. Irritation chances are more. So this goes there. So this is one train of thought goes there. The sankalp is constantly there. It can be, second is about child. Third is about money. Fourth is about house. Fifth is about maid. Usko kyun choda jaye? That is a hot topic. Then about corona is there. then about food is there, then about somebody insulted me is there. So there are a lot of enjoyers and doers sitting. Then I have to do today marketing, I have to go. So there is an infinite number of thought, and each taking you to new births. ऐसा ही है देखो. And with the practice of that particular enjoyer, we have practiced of saying my. There is nobody called mine. There is practice of saying I have to do. There is a practice. Practice means we have created strong grooves. Effortless, high frequency, erratic thoughts about the world. This is called world. Effortless, illogical, high frequency, erratic, uncertain, insecure thoughts going towards the world. This is the flow of thought from the enjoyer. And it goes on. I wanted somebody, sankalp started. Now sankalp will force me to desire. After I desire, I have more, what is it called? Action. Please note, in one sankalp, hundreds of sankalp are hidden about the world. Supposing I want a house. A house means you want contractor, you want architect, you want money. If you want money, that means you want job. That means you want boss. That means you want car. That means you want petrol. That means you want good clothes. This parampara of sansar is very difficult to break. तो कहने के लिए कि I only want a house. Oh. It is not a house after that. You have put yourself in a big problem after that. Because this will be unending parampara. You only say, no, I only want a child, nothing else I want. Swami, only one child I want. Nothing else. I only want one son. You don't want son. You want son. Now you want his clothes. You want his education after that. After that, you want the dropping to the school. After that, you want his the money needed for his education. Then you want the parent-teacher meet. Then you have expectation. Then he grows up. Supposing he is good in his studies, he will get job. But if he is like you, he may not get job. Then another desire is there. Marriage, his good marriage, his marriage, and his children should be okay. You have put into a very big loop. And this is one area, one area. It can be with house, it can be with child, it can be with husband, it can be with in-laws, it can be with job, it can be, वो बहुत बड़ी चीज उसके साथ है. And in that one sankalp, 100 million times you will get angry, 100 million times you will get kami, 100 million times you will get fearful. कहने के लिए है कि हमारे पास one sankalp है, but it has potential of everything, and there are rebirths hidden into it. And therefore it is high time, what? To stop that. Stop whom? Doer, enjoyer. Not streaming. I am saying to stop the doer, enjoyer. And therefore Maharishi Patanjali says, Tatra isthitau yatnu abhyasa. Tatra means in that, abhyasa and vairagya. Isthitau means in the state of mind. Now what is abhyas here? Understand. Are you seeing the seriousness of the situation? वो कहने के लिए है कि आप तो कुछ नहीं चाहिए. कुछ नहीं, I am just cooking. I just want to cook the nice food. Nice food, you have to go to the market now. Now you have to get money also. You go to the market, you need money. For money, you need a job. For job, you need the qualification. For qualification, you have to study now. For study, you have to work hard. For you working hard, you have to again get some money. वो तो इतनी, there is such a big parampara is going on. And this way we have many non-ending topics and many non-ending issues running in our mind parallelly. And it's not only this, they contradict each other also. I have one rivulet going like this, other is contradicting like this. One enjoyer is contradicting another enjoyer. And therefore, to tackle it, you need one thought, either of the drishta or of the devotee. Tatra sthitau yatna abhyasah. I create, please be careful, I create one special thought. Aham drishta asmi. The thought of disclaiming the world and constantly abiding in the thought of self or thought of devotee. This is called abhyas, not vairagya. Creating is like a wet mud. In the wet mud, if any worm also goes, it will make a track. And if that worm goes repeatedly, it will make a groove. Similarly, in the mind also. Similarly, in the mind also. When you say something, you enjoy and suffer from something. You have created an enjoyer and sufferer. And with that creation of enjoyer and sufferer, you have opened an unending channel called, and regarding that issue, I have become sansari now. Worldly person means one who does not have conclusive, definite, quietening thought of the self. And one who is a saint, it means his thoughts are going to his self or God, and it is merging and giving him quietness. I especially create a thought. Please note, there are two areas. You know one thing is one thing. But if the already existing enjoyers are there, your knowledge will not help you to become quiet. The quietness comes from only two areas. Either you think you are the unassociated, dissociated self, or I am the devotee of the Lord. The conscious, deliberate attempt to start this flow of thought and it should become so strong, please get my point, that if somebody comes and gives one slap, I should feel this slap was to the body and not to the drishta. I am drishta. I am the seer. If you have any doubt, I can try on you. You start, I can start. You. If you have to show it. I mean, no, not ready. Okay, wait, practice it. So, it should become so deep. Understand. Minus is only because of abhyas. Any emotion. Calm is because of abhyas, krodh is because of abhyas. I have already developed a strong enjoyer, that means there is a strong flow of thought. When I continuously repeat it, continuously, consciously, deliberately, knowingly, and sometimes exclusively. And please note, it is not a natural process. It's a cultural and spiritual process. To make it natural, that is your sadhana. This body is inert, situations are inert, and I am the one who is not enjoyer and sufferer of the world. I am the seer of the sufferer and enjoyer of the world. The pseudo entity in me, I am seer of that, and I am not related to that. I am not related to this body. I am a devotee. This thought I have to keep on repeating. More than understanding Vedanta is how much nididhyasan has been done. This is only one process. What about other channels? So continue रहेंगे. Supposing I don't like you, so that thought will continue about you. How to deal with that? There is required vairagya. To vairagya is required to strip the importance, strip the sense of joy. It will come later on. On everything, that Satya Buddhi, already thought flow are already very strong. Regarding that object, thought flow is there. But again, please understand, in Vairag, I intellectually fast forward the event and see its absence. And I'm repeating it. I see the same person after 50 years, where we both like each other, but after 50 years, no, we both will not be there. I fast forward it. I don't like him. After 50 years, where you both will be? So when you see the absence and you strip the Satya Buddhi, the Brahman Buddhi, the Sukh Buddhi, please note, Vairag is intellectual process and Abhyas is physical, verbal and mental process. Tatra isthita. Please note, the Vairagya is an intellectual process of understanding. Repetition in understanding is the dispassionate aspect. And the repetition of thought and the repetition of word, that is Abhyas aspect. That is at the mental level and at the verbal level. I hope you are understanding this thing. Somebody I feel is my son only because of, there is no logic. It is only because of Abhyas. Somebody is my enemy. There is no logic. So tatra isthitau yatna abhyasa. How long I have to do it? That means how much you have to clear it. How strong is your enjoyer and doer? It can be only two days, and it can be two births. It can be 20 births. Why? Because your effort is very less. Therefore, next sutra is Satu Dirgha Kal Nairantarya Satkar Sevita Dridha Bhumi. Very important words, sutra is there. I quoted many times. Dirgha Kal means this both process, unless the world loses its hitting power on me. I'm repeating it. Unless the world loses its hitting power, one saint used to say, somebody said, how shall I know that I have become perfect in Abhyas? He used to say, you are sitting in midst of 1,000 people. And everybody is praising you and garlanding you. One person out of the blue comes and he takes the shoes and hits you with the same shoes. If your experience does not change at that time, then your practice has become perfect. That means you are dispassionate about the body and dispassionate about honor and dishonor and everything. So the hundreds of channels which are open, I cannot just close that channel. I have to see that I am not sitting in Sankalpur. If the Sankalpur is, I am sitting in Sankalpur, I will be thrown in the Ichhapur, from Ichhapur I will be in the Karmpur, and the Karmpur I will be in the Phalpur, I will be in the Dukpur, not Jodhpur, neither Jaipur. I see pain in that sankalp. इसीलिए जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानुदर्शनम has been said in Bhagavad Gita. So two work I have to do. One is, please create one strong thought of the self or of the God. So strong that it should pervade and start effortless thoughts of Drishta should be there. And how do I know? In the dream also you should be having the same. What is your main identity is not lost in the dream. In the woman will be in the dream also will be woman. Vegetarian will be in the dream also will be vegetarian. Because you can never think that I can be non-vegetarian. Man will be only man in the dream. So the continuously thinking of this thought. And remember, other enjoyer, other importance of the world, I slowly see it is not true. There is no joy. There is no big thing about that. This twin process is called sadhana. And why it will take lot of time? Because the enjoyers which are sitting and doer which are sitting, they are very old doer and old enjoyer, and roots are very deep. And therefore we need deeper meditation. And therefore we need longer sessions. When you are uprooting a tree, people tree which is so deep like we had our one, it took lot of time. So Dirghakal is required. And second point is Nairantari is required. Nairantara means in the daytime also. Either you always keep on thinking, I am working on behalf of Lord only. Ishtakara vritti should not be lost. Biggest loss of a person is Ishtakar vritti or Drishtakar vritti. Loss is not because I lost something outside. My bag is lost, or my glasses are lost, or transmission is lost, or video and audio is lost. That is not a loss. Loss is the thought of God or thought of self is lost. And when that is lost, what is the problem, All samskar which you had gathered earlier, it will be eroded. And again it will, because Kam Krodh will come and it will wash away. So again you have to start from the beginning now. Therefore we go back and forth. This is our sadhana. What you develop. 6 days I gave you a lot of love. 7 days I abused you. All 6 days hard work is lost. This is what some people do like that. They are very good for some time. After some time they get worst. So whatever good they have earned in somebody's heart, that is lost. Therefore Nairantari is there. If you are Shivaji's devotee, you have Shiva Parvati. But one strong groove should be there. Thoughtlessness is not meditation. And pure self will not help you at all. Pure self, pure Brahman will not help you at all. And only God will not help you at all. It is the thought of that Brahman and thought of that self or thought of the God is required. Fire is everywhere. Fire element as Roop Tanmatra. But unless that is collected and made, then only it can cook. When it comes as manifested fire through, manifested fire helps you. Not the general fire will not help you. Fire element is here also, but it can't cook the food. Fire element is here also. Wherever Roop is there, fire is there. But that fire will not help you. In the whole cow, milk is there. But unless you get the milk from the udder, it won't help you. So unless the vritti of the God is made, unless the thought of the God is made, it won't help you at all. And you cannot make a thought of God unless you parallelly deal with other channels which are open. Of dislike, I don't like you. I am very attached to you. This is lot of work today. I have to do all the work alone. Nobody is there to help me. I do the market also. Every second day I go to the market. है both of you. Every day I have to go to the market. I think I should open a shop. Moment to think on any matter. And in that matter, if I have not made a vritti of the Lord, that is, I missed the abhyas aspect. I have missed to score. You may have done the work, but completing the work has no value in spiritual life. It has zero value. You may have completed, you may have done excellent work outside, but spirituality does not give you any marks for that. Marks will be given what thought you have made and have you tackled other enjoyers and doers with your work. Work is to dilute the anti-God and anti-liberation enjoyers and doers in your mind. Have you de-vasanized yourself or not? Has the vasanas listened or not? Has the sankalp listened or not? Ultimately, you have to go into sankalphin avastha. because that will give you rebirth. There is a place called Ram Ghat, and one saint was there. I told, I think. And that saint died. When that saint left his body, so before leaving the body, he had a dream. He got some money. And when he got some money, so he kept it in his book and covered it with a cloth, like Ramayana cloth, if you remember. But he passed away. He didn't know that he won't be there. So his disciples were taking out all the books. So when they took out his books, and this book was there where the money was kept, so they saw where is the money. So when he opened it, one small snake was there. So near the money, on the same page, in the same page where the note was kept, one small tiny snake was there. And they concluded this saint has become a snake because of one sankalp, that from this money I will do some bhandara. This is the power of sankalp. And there was no route through which a snake could have entered in that place. It was all packed from all sides. This really happened. So what Abhyas does, Abhyas creates a flow of thought. One thought, one flow of thought. If you are a grahast, if you have a lot of work, have Abhyas of Ishwarakar vritti. If somebody is reclusive and sannyasi, he has no work, then he can have Drishtakar or Brahmakar vritti. But parallelly, Vairag is required, that I have no relation with anything. All my relations are only to strengthen my relation with the Lord. I have no independent work, I have no independent relation. I am disclaiming mentally everybody. I have no work. Keep on saying mentally, I have no personal work. I am not working for myself. I don't want to get anything. I don't want anything from anybody. Keep on saying like that. This is why Rag is going on. More I can stretch it in its continuity, more you can be a good seeker. We started late because of some problems in the transmission. So I'll just sit for a few minutes in meditation. We'll come back again. Please sit straight. For 5 minutes, just don't want anything from the world. Being at ease means reduced expectation, increased dispassion. Mentally be a sannyasi. Just for 5-10 minutes. Say, I have no son, no daughter, no husband, no wife. See all of them as a jeev, without body. who don't recognize you and you don't recognize them. From Dehabhiman come to Jivabhiman. Never get disturbed. Practice non-anxious mind. A strong enjoyer comes as a strong angry entity. Don't remove the enjoyer. Just deal with it without fulfilling its desire. Enjoy relationlessness with everybody in the world, with every object in the world. This relationlessness is closer to the truth. Self doesn't have a relation. All relations are mental projections. Just for 5 minutes, dispossess. No work, no job, nowhere to go, no one to repel, nothing to deal with. All your work God will do. Remain quiet. If you are leading an active life and you are a devotee, it is better to have a thought of Lord. All my work is for Lord, family is for Lord. I am of Lord, maintain this thought day and night. Especially if you have emotions. Learn to enjoy slow breathing. Pran is the cause of body. Hunger and thirst belongs to Pran. Tiredness and rest belongs to prana. Mastering the prana is mastering the body. Don't want anything from anybody for 2 minutes. Whole day we are hopping from one doer to another enjoyer, another doer to third doer, from one restless room to another restless room. All enjoyer, doer are restless to do something, to enjoy, to suffer, to work, to grab, to throw, to take. Mentally, declare yourself as non-relative to all them, all of them. Remain quiet. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.